Hi everyone, and how you doing? Today's video is how heart attacks happen. Um, well, they're bound to happen somehow. They don't just appear. So, how did my heart attack happen? Well, how a heart attack happens is basically as you get older, there's plaque sort of developing the arteries. I mean, no matter who you are. I mean, I think they did some sort of survey, or not a survey. They did operation on young soldiers that were killed. I think it was during the Vietnam War, and they examined their arteries whenever they were like 21, 22, and they actually discovered that plaque was already starting in someone's arteries at that age. That is a fact. And by the way, disclaimer: I'm not a qualified doctor or anything like that. I just give my opinion because I feel I'm entitled to give an opinion because I've had a heart attack myself. Being to the hospital, I've had a lot of sort of advice from cardiologists and stuff like that, and discussed heart disease with other people that have had a heart attack. So I'm entitled in that way to give my opinion on heart attacks, and that's what I'm doing. But yeah, a heart attack, as I say, it is straightforward. You know, that plaque builds up in your artery, and what will happen is that plaque is in the middle of your artery, and sometimes the plaque can break loose. What that will then do is it'll travel down your artery, and then it'll get to a bit where there is a narrowing, and that'll lodge, and it'll actually form a clot. What happens then is the blood will stop flowing fully to your heart, or it'll do partially. That's why whenever you do have a heart attack, you'll hear the terms that you had a 90% blockage, or you had a 70% blockage, or you had a 60% blockage. You know, depending on the blockage, you know, that is the severity of the heart attack. I'm not quite sure what mine was because I was too panicky at the time, and it was the last thing on my mind. I do know it was a clot that I had though, because whenever I went into the hospital, they had to give me this drug to bust the clot, which is basically why whenever you actually have had a heart attack and you get your stent or your bypass, until the day you then go on to die, you're given an aspirin to take every day. And what the aspirin does is it basically sort of stops your blood from clotting, and it protects you in a small way. It's not, I mean, nothing in life is ever going to protect you fully. An aspirin will help, but you know, how do you have a heart attack? You know, it is simple. You know, it's just you age as well, and then there's your family history as well. You know, a lot of people might turn around and say, well, does family history really come into it? Well, all I know is I'm 66. I am the longest living male in the last 100 years of the generation of my family. My dad had 5 brothers. My dad died at 46 of a heart attack. His brothers all died sort of before they were 55. My grandfather, he was 61 when he died, so I beat his record by 5 years, and I'm hoping to beat it by quite a lot of years after that. But as I say, you know, going back to that straightforward answer, you know, to that question, how do you have a heart attack? You know, it's basically the 3 things. So it's the plaque, you know. And you can't really avoid the plaque because, as I said, you know, they tested the plaque in soldiers from the Vietnam War, dead soldiers, I might say. They didn't test them when they were alive. But, you know, they found the plaque was forming at 21, 22. So there's nothing you can really do about it. You know, so you've got your plaque, and then, you know, you've got your arteries. So you have, the arteries are the main thing that's, you know, it's pumping around your body. So it is taking the blood to the old boy in there and making sure that you're not going to have a heart attack. Sorry. And but once the plaque, you know, the plaque builds up as you get older. You get to an older age. I was 53 when I had my heart attack, so That was 13 years ago. I can still remember it clearly. But what had happened was obviously a bit of plaque just boom broke away, went down the artery, got to a bit where it got stuck and formed a clot. Unbeknown to me, until the next morning, the clot built up until hardly any blood could come through at all. So you're then having a heart attack. So then you have to get emergency services out and get taken to the hospital, have the clot bust, and then depending on how severe the heart attack is, you know what I mean, you can have a mild heart attack, sort of an average heart attack, and then a severe heart attack. And it also depends what sort of artery at the heart attack and the blockages. There's so many things to consider. But how to know you're having a heart attack, how to have a heart attack. It all comes down to your body is not, well, your heart system is not anything complicated. Your heart system is your heart, which if you don't exercise, by the way, it's going to be a weak heart. It's not going to be hard. Your heart's basically a muscle. So if you exercise, you're going to make it. There's more muscle there to protect you if you do have a heart attack. Secondly, if you're more obese, you're actually pumping more blood around your body. I must actually do a video on that, heart attacks and obesity, and talk about the links between being obese and having a heart attack. To be honest, I was actually quite overweight when I had the heart attack. I think it was about 14.5 stone, which is why I want to really get down to 12 stone now and get back into cycling. But no, if you keep yourself reasonably fit, well, even then, it's not going to... I mean, I know people that are sort of out jogging and they still have a heart attack. You're not going to protect yourself, going to the gymnasium and, you're turning around and I'm cycling sort of 50 miles a day and going to the gym and so on. If it's in your history of your family that you have heart attacks, it's not going to stop you having a heart attack. But there are so many things you can do afterwards to sort of help your body. You know your own body. And heart disease, I've been studying it now for 13 years. And, it comes down to the three simple things, and that is the plaque, the arteries, plaque breaking away, clot forming, getting the emergency services out before the clot, boom, 100% blockage. You get 100% blockage, you're not going to be able to breathe. There'll be no blood going to the brain or anything. So try and know your body. Most people do, but they don't act upon it. The thing about human beings is, well, a lot of human beings, some human beings are so selfish they don't care. But most human beings sort of, well, I'm not feeling the best. I don't want to bother the ambulance. I don't want to bother the hospital. I don't want to go up there and look stupid and it's only indigestion. Me, I don't care. I really don't care about looking stupid. I'll look as stupid as I want as long as I walk out of that hospital still alive. Because I tell you something now, something told me that day I was having a heart attack and I didn't give a damn about looking stupid. The only thing I gave a damn about was being alive, seeing things I enjoy, like my children growing up, seeing football, going away on a nice holiday to Spain and stuff like that. Because let me tell you something, my friends, life is not a rehearsal. You're not rehearsing for life. This is your life. You only get one go. So make sure you look after yourself. Take all the steps and do yourself a wee favour and check out my other videos, because although I do look a bit stupid, and I admit that, I do have some good advice because of the fact that, if you want sort of advice in something, well, medical advice, you go to your doctor. But I find that if you're looking any advice on experiences in life, you're best asking someone that's actually been through that experience, because they know, and I know for a fact that there's certain things that you do and you can give yourself a bit more life expectancy. The thing is, after a heart attack you'll worry about it for a year or so, and it still affects my mental health, but physically, even though I'm about a stone and a half overweight, which this summer I do intend to get fit, and I'll tell you more about that in further videos. But how do you have a heart attack? Plaque, arteries, clot, heart attack. And that's it. Please subscribe to my channel, and please continue to watch my videos. I hope you can understand my Irish brogue. I know it can be a bit broad. I'm sort of from East Belfast, so it's not that easy to understand. That's why I'm talking quite slow instead of my normal speed. But I'd like to get to know you all, and hear your views on heart disease and stuff like that, and what experiences you have had. So do subscribe to my YouTube channel, leave me comments, or tell me what you would like to know. Is there anything that you would like to ask a question on? Because I would like to sort of try and put your mind at ease, because I never had anybody there to put my mind at ease, and I could have done with someone put my mind at ease, because you do worry about it whenever you have a heart attack. You sort of feel like you're a ticking time bomb, and how long do you have to live, and so many things like that played through my mind. But thanks very much for watching. I really appreciate it, and please do give me some comments and some feedback. And if you want a video made on any sort of topic that you're interested in, let me know, and I'll do that for you. I mean, I'll do anything you want. Just let me know. Thank you very much. You take care, folks.